Are you looking for a property? Are you looking to buy a property, but you just don't know where to get started, who to talk to, what the rough process is? Then this video is for you. This video series actually that I'm gonna make is for you. I mean, in school, they didn't really teach us the process of buying properties, doing the taxes for our properties. I mean, algebra and Pythagoras is only gonna get us so far in property, right? So if you're that person, stay tuned. I'm making this video series just for you guys to help you through the process, and I hope it helps. Right, I want to break it down for you and let you know what my plan is with this video and this video series, right? So in this video, I plan to, cover the process of buying a property from a bird's eye view sort of standpoint. It's going to be a quick video, and then I'm going to start the video series, call it How to Buy a Property UK, something like that, and it will be in my channel, so check it out. And every week, depending on when or at what point you're watching this video, every week I'll release a video on the stage, on first step, and who you need to speak to, and break down the search for the properties, and break down the search for the mortgage, and then break down due diligence, and then break it down further into more details. So whatever point you're in during your property stage, or purchasing your first property, or whatever property, you can relate back to that video, and hopefully that will give you some clarity within your process. So buying a property, it can take from 6 weeks, at an auction where you have to complete quickly, to 8 months if there's a chain where someone's waiting to sell their property before purchasing the next property. There's loads of different things going on, so it can take a while. You need to find out where you're at. But stage one, of course, is looking for the property. So I would recommend sitting on Zoopla, Rightmove, in the area that you're looking at, and sort of finding out what kind of properties there are at this moment in time, how much they're going for, because some people list properties at silly prices, which they will not sell at. So we don't want to be looking at that. And there's actually a button in Rightmove called sold prices, so you can find out on average what a 3-bedroom in whatever area you're looking at sells for. So I think that's very key. And while you're looking, don't overthink it. Think about the future. Just look at the property, what you like, depending on what purpose you're buying it for. If it's an investment property, still just stick to the numbers. And if it's for yourself, obviously, and depending on if you're going to do a lot of work to it, then you want to look at the inside and what means a lot to you, how close you want to be to the station, or how close the school is, that maybe your family, So take those into account and start looking. Find a number of properties. Little interjection, what's good at this point, especially when you're dealing with estate agent and vendors, there's a lot of people that waste their time. So if you have proof of funds, if you're a cash buyer, that's helpful, so they start taking it seriously. Or if you have a mortgage or an agreement in principle that you can show the estate agent, which shows that you can move quick and the lender is able to provide you this amount of money, they know you're not wasting your time as well. Those are key things to have at the beginning of your search. Secondly, once you've found properties or a number of properties, don't be scared to put an offer in, right? When you're just looking at one property, you get too caught up in, okay, I need to buy this property, and then you might end up paying too much for it. When you've got a number of properties, just start putting offers in. Even if the offers are just ridiculous and you're going in 100,000 less than the asking, you're better off just putting it in. Sometimes the vendors are just overestimating what they can get, or they've been sold a dream. So 400 might actually be the best that they've been given as an offer. Just don't be scared, put out offers. At the offer stage, there's nothing that needs to go through at this point. At the offer stage, nothing has to happen. You don't need to purchase a property. So if you get 5 offers accepted, then you have the chance to wait, have a look at those 5, and then really choose what you want to go ahead with. In the offer, depending on what you're buying it for, if it's a buy-to-let, if it's a development, refurbishment, or your family home, just kind of in the offer letter, you want to make a letter, a PDF, write it up, and kind of tell them what your plans are, why you came to this price, It's a lot easier when it's, you know, a redevelopment project or something where you sort of say, look, this is the profit we need to make. But if it's for yourself, you can kind of say, you know, you want to be relatable to the seller and say why you really like the area, and you know, they want to understand that you came to the price not just randomly, but you have some reasoning behind it. So I'd say make sure you incorporate that within your offer. The third part of it is getting your offer accepted. So, you know, again, numbers game. If you put a number of offers out and you get a number accepted, well done. Now you get to choose which one you want to go for. Still at this point, nothing's certain. You know, anyone can pull out. You can pull out and the seller can pull out. Next steps are, you know, getting a survey done on the property. Make sure the property hasn't got any structural issues, you know, to make sure the condition of the property is good. You want to talk to your solicitors, make sure there's no legal issues with the property. There could be a number of things going on. So now we get into legals and surveys to make sure the property is something that, you know, you want to take on. You know, if you're looking to redevelop or turn into HMO or whatever it is, there might be certain legalities that stop you from getting your goals. So you want to let your solicitor know what your plans are at this point. Now you're at exchange. So everything's checked off, everything's good with the property legally and, you know, structurally. Now you've exchanged at maybe 10% or whatever you have agreed with the seller. And now this is the point where, you know, there's no turning back. You can't pull out without a cost to yourself. Exchanges mean that you kind of have to complete now. And that leads me on to my next point, which is completion, where you now go on to pay the rest of the funds, the monies, and you know, exchange deeds, the keys are handed over to you, and now the property is yours to do as you wish. Well, within legal terms, right? That's it, guys. That is the bird's eye view of the process. You know, there's multiple bits in between. I didn't want to get into it, you know, from talking to a mortgage broker to get your mortgage, and, you know, solicitors, choosing solicitors and other stuff, which I will cover in more detail within the video series. So I don't know when you're watching this video, but right from this, I'll make the video series playlist and you can start watching. It might not have everything, but over the next few weeks, I'll start adding videos, so, you know, the whole series is full. But yeah, keep up to it. Maybe subscribe so you keep up to date with the videos, and hopefully you learn from this. I kind of had a few people give me feedback because they wanted to learn the process and they're kind of scared to take that first leap because they don't know which direction to go and what to start with. You know, do I just look at a property? Do I make an offer? So I hope this helps you guys. I hope it helps the rest of you guys on YouTube and our property entrepreneurs. So that's about it, guys. Thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon.